then keep quiet. Hi guys, this is Steel Sky. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. If you celebrate it, if you don't, happy Friday. Hi Randy. We have Arnie down below. And Mater's being somewhat quiet because he's looking on Amazon for stuff he needs.
Yeah. And everything else.
So,
hey Randy.
All right, now on my end, you're going to get a little bit of shaking and weird sound because I have a hat I put through the machine. The first ball of yarn was not enough, so I had to add on. When I added on, it didn't like that yarn. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
So I pulled it off, and I'm winding it up into a cake. Pardon me. To give it to one of the ladies at group so they can knit it. Hey, Susie Q.
Hey, Sue. All right. Now, Lowe's didn't even have one in stock.
Yeah. Well, what about? Well, I'm sure you could order it.
Yeah. Cheapest one's like $172.
Youch.
Yeah. And they've got ones from Vevor. Yeah, I wouldn't be basically the same thing on Amazon. $1 cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley, if you don't know, Layla ended up getting surgery. I don't know if you could tell. She had to get a bad lump removed. Turned out to be cancer.
Oof. I've been there, done that, Randy. Now we get to go next Thursday, and I get to spend half the day in the hospital because he's got surgery again.
Yep.
Okay.
And hopefully, well, thank goodness this time, got a doctor that knows exactly what needs to be done and how to get it fixed, because that's what she specializes in.
She's doing okay now, Ashley. The vet wants me to take her to a specialist. I guess just to make sure that there's no other spots or whatever.
Yeah.
The
No other issues.
Vet thinks he's got it all, but wants to be sure, though.
Yeah. And you would rather take her to a specialist especially since he's like, yeah, let's double check on this. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Bran.
I was just sitting there. I was like, okay.
I'm winding this, and it's like, okay. So, yeah, Randy, I've had that happen, and it's like, hi, baby girl.
Yeah, remember that time we headed south of here for that meetup and everything, and yeah, our GPS was telling us to go one way. It's like, this ain't the way we need to go.
Yeah.
Callie's 5 today.
Oh yeah, I saw. I go to pick her up and she lays flat, so I miss her by that much.
Layla does that too. She'll plop down so I can't pick her up.
That's what big girl likes to do.
Okay, she found her tote box. And she almost slid off it. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I've seen GPSs do. Yeah, I took Scout out about 5:30, and that poor baby girl was getting wet. She was not a happy puppy.
Yep.
Hi. Okay, loosen this up so put it away. Here we go. See if I can undo.
Let's see how under
Here we go.
that's going to be Thursday.
But yeah, she's my big cat.
She's lost some weight too.
Yeah, she's lost some weight. She's not as big around, but she's still a fluff ball. Yes, I love you, but your needles hurt. Okay? You know your needles hurt. But I'll just sit like this and she'll be fine for a good 15, 20 minutes. Maybe. Yeah. It's been. I had a women's group last night, and then not this week, but next I have my craft. Excuse you?
Come here, Leila.
Okay, yeah, we got the needles in the arm. Right in the elbow.
She making biscuits.
Huh?
She doing the biscuits.
No, she's got the I need to barely hang on.
Yeah.
But we were discussing at women's group last night that there was only 3 people there. The president, me, and another member. And it was, okay, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. Okay, now we've discussed this. How do we want to move forward on that? And okay. All right, come on. There we go.
Where's the flooding that's closer to you? Is it close to you guys where that flooding happened?
Where's Michael? Where's Kerrville?
Carr County.
Bill, that's at least about 3.5, almost 4 hours south of here.
Okay, yeah, the Guadalupe River is up, and I saw.
Well, they said there's 22 kids missing from a camp.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And there's already 13 dead.
Actually, this is my silent cat. I have to be trying to hurt her to get her to talk. And I don't advocate hurting animals, so no. Now she will look at Michael and go, meow. Because she wants him to pay attention to her.
I know you do that every once in a while. She'll come and pat me on the shoulder and meow at me.
If I'm leaning back like I was, she will. Where she's at now, she will come crawl up on me, and but her paw will do this.
What you want?
But yeah, baby girl is my silent cat. If she were like a jaguar or a panther, she would have no problem hunting.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Callie.
And that look is like, you put me on camera, bye.
Yeah, she just moved away again.
Yeah, because she squinted her eyes and then turned.
Yeah, she's not gonna be happy when the neighbors, even though it says absolutely no fireworks in the apartment complex. For the last 4 days, they've had it where I've seen them over the trees. Big boomers.
Yeah, last Saturday we had them in town.
And you have to have a bracelet and your key and to have the door shut between you and the other people getting in. You can't let anyone into the pool. So now my pool isn't very crowded at all anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Remember, Layla talks more.
So
There you go.
I was wondering why it was so busy. I'm like, it's never that crowded in there. Anybody and everybody that lived around were in there.
Yep.
That weren't in the apartment complex.
I worked at a hotel and I had midnight swimmers. I literally called the non-emergency line on the cops and said, yeah, next Friday and Saturday night, can you come through, just do a check and see, check the pool. They said, why? I said, because after, I think it's like 9 o'clock, nobody's supposed to be in the pool. I said, and I've had every other day, every week, I've had people in the pool that aren't even staying in the hotel. So. Good girl. You being a good girl.
Yeah, Layla's eating some food.
Okay.
I had Jimmy John's.
We had chicken nuggets.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
are they called?
The other day, though, I was sitting here at the table and Layla was sitting beside me. Then all of a sudden she lets out this like loud burp.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm working on this blanket, the third ball, and then I'll get the other 3 balls and work on them. Make that into another blanket. And,
You
I
want
found Bryce's other dishcloth, so
what you want, Sassy Cat?
we can send his. I just have to make the others, and that's going to be a minute.
I still haven't been able to find another Bryce bottle that's full.
Yeah.
Looking, but I can't find one yet.
Grab my AC remote.
Yeah, my mini fridge back there is. I've got water on the inside, and I shouldn't.
Oh. Oof, 70.
Okay. I have window right there. She's trying to figure out where she can get away with going.
I start my clinicals Monday.
Yay!
The first day we're online, so that's the nice thing. I just wear my scrub top.
Yeah.
But then I have to drive an hour with no traffic. If there's traffic, it's more than an hour to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to
On
leave.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
Mimi, road runner.
Mimi. Okay. Go make
Okay. She has decided that the book that white underneath her is a pattern book.
Well, Kelly, even if this is my, she'll just stand on that. The cats are weird. They'll sit on.
I know, but it's like,
If I fits, I sit.
yep.
Yeah, I had a box laying on the floor earlier, and Layla was partially laying on it.
I've got a box in the it's in the back hallway because it ended up. I don't know how it migrated back there, but it did, and it is smaller in width than the bottom of my laptop, but it's really.
You know, I gotta play it.
All right.
Hey, since he's here, I gotta play it.
It's about 3 inches high, but it's only about 2.5 inches wide.
What you want, Layla?
I kid you not, both cats could get in it, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And yesterday, I'm laying on the bed. This one is beside me. She's chilling, no problems. All of a sudden, I hear Smudge. She's over there by the bathroom door, which I've shown you guys vaguely. And I hear her, all of a sudden I hear her scream. I'm like, what? She jumps. She hits the floor, hits the bed, comes all the way up me, and around here, because I've got my tablet, and she puts her nose right in baby girl's face saying, "What are you doing here? This is my human." And then she proceeded to spend the next 10 minutes crawling all over me. She wanted to lay on my lap, wanted to lay on my knee, wanted to lay on my feet. And it's like, no, that won't hold you. Told you. Oh, I know what you want, and you can't get back there. Because right here, I've got a shelf, and that's got all Mater stuff on it. But I have two of my woven tote boxes that are set 1 and 2, and then 2 up, 2 back.
Leave the soda alone, Layla.
She got back there. But she likes to go on that back one and lay down and hide from everybody. And I put stuff on it on purpose. So, well, come on, out of there. Come on.
Layla was like rubbing her chin on the soda, and I have it like on one of these like dolly carts, and it was like moving back and forth.
Yeah, she's been, when they do that, they have scent glands here along their neck. And so they will rub right here by their mouth. They're scent marking everything.
Yeah, she does my feet all the time.
Oh, Lord. All my bed, everything in here, if it's on this bed, it has been scent marked by both of them. And I had a bag that y'all guys couldn't see. It was an old carpet bag from like the 1940s, 50s, beaded, embroidered, all that. Really pretty.
Yeah.
And it just didn't quite, it held what I needed, but I needed more room in it because the project would very quickly overrun the bag. So I pulled all my yarn out of that and I put it in this. And this is the exact same size and shape of the other one, except it's a little bit deeper because the other one was like right here. And I've just got enough room in it for the project when I get down another couple of balls. I'll have plenty of room in there. Are you comfortable? Okay, because this, and so she scent marked that bag for about 10 minutes the other day. And now she has been able to get into my tote box, first tote box, where I have some yarn, and she's curled up in the corner.
They replaced our carpet outside, and all I could find was my mat. And then all of a sudden I see my thing my friend gave me that passed away that sits by my door.
Uh-huh.
At my neighbor's door across from me. I grab it and put it where it was supposed to be.
Yep.
We're not moving.
Yeah, I mean, when maintenance does stuff, they don't always get everything back how it should be, which, you know, you can understand when
I don't know if she grabbed it, though.
I know.
She has a habit of doing that. Thinking I didn't want it anymore.
No, you've got it left out there for decoration.
Right, but they moved it when they put the carpet down, and I couldn't find it. All I found was the mats. I put the mats down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see my...
Your neighbor took it inside to keep it safe and just neglected to tell you that.
No, they put it in the side room right here that they have storage area. That's where they put our stuff. But I didn't see it in there. So she saw it.
You. Are you okay?
What made me mad? No one's talking.
She's sneezing.
I know, but no one's talking.
I know. It happens, and 4th of July is starting to get dark down here, so some of the other parts of the country are already dark and they've got their fireworks going. So, and it's all good.
Yeah, right now I'm looking on Facebook, and they're showing the flooding that's going on down in at Kerrville.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, wow.
Yeah, the river has more than doubled in depth.
I saw the police talking about it. They had it on a YouTube video or YouTube live that does no side news or whatever. He just reports all the news, and
It's not bad cops, good citizens, all that. It's just
he just
here's
reports.
fact. This happened.
Yeah. He did both sides during the political thing and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay, baby girl has decided that she wants to lay on the metal shelf now. That's fine.
It's probably warm.
Huh?
It's probably warm. Want something cool.
Yeah. Well, and I've got AC running in here and fan because the fan circulates the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cat, and she's a furry cat. Okay, we may have to change their cat food because they keep going after Scout's dog food.
Well, I do know that they need some.
You know they have Temptations cat food, right?
Ooh.
My cat loves her Temptations cat food.
I think I may get a couple of cans of wet food for him.
Yeah, Maya, my other cat at the time, sometimes he would eat dog food, and him and the dog had like the same food diet.
Well, cats can eat dog food. Dogs just can't eat cat food because
They
cats have a higher
can.
protein. No,
They
cats have a higher protein.
Well, the dogs can eat it, but it doesn't do anything for it.
It's not good for them.
Yeah, they can get like one meal, maybe two in a week, and then that's it for like over 6 months. Good, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Yeah, that's Susan from
Yeah,
Group.
your other friend. I know it's not Susan E. I know. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, she'll watch and she'll chat a little bit, spend time with her hubby, and work on loom hats. So, yeah, that too.
Oh, by the way, did y'all hear about the new prison / jail?
Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from I don't know, but they are saying it is only adult male illegals that have a criminal record in their country of origin are going in there.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't even know if it's actually been built because all I'm seeing are a bunch of like AI newscasts and stuff like that.
No, they're talking about it, but it's like it'd be like almost totally open. Really, no barbed wire fences or anything like that. Considering the fact that it's totally surrounded by alligators.
Yeah.
And the one thing I saw was like, oh, I like prison food. They showed
And
the alligator.
it's an alligator, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen now this is supposedly because I'm obviously not in Florida and not going down there to find this out, where they have picked up alligators by
Hey, Miguel.
hey Miguel,
There you go.
Let me go.
alligators up by crane to put them in trucks to transport them to this area, and they're getting large aggressive alligators. And I'm like, okay, that's if they are a bunch of large aggressive male alligators, putting them in close proximity is going to be a lot of territory fights. That's one way to cut down on the population.
One way to cut down the population from someone coming across the Rio Grande, they're putting a bunch of the alligators in there along with some bull sharks.
Yeah, but yeah.
They keep wanting to cross.
Well, I know I've got a friend up in Silverdale, Washington, that there are food trucks that are going into where this alligator Alcatraz is supposed to be, and
What you want?
one of them that he showed a picture of a Kona ice truck, so it's like a snow cone truck, and they're going into that area. So he's like, well, I'm not supporting them anymore, even though he's all the way across the country. But I kind of agree with that, and then again I don't, because yes, they are representing the company because they franchise it out, but because they are franchise owners, they don't, and it's a mobile business, they don't necessarily hold all the values that the company wants you to express. So
Yeah.
You said they're going where?
they are setting up in the Alligator Alcatraz area to feed the construction workers.
So everyone's got to make money.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame them. It's legal currency. That's fine. Okay, that's it.
Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah. And you know, it's a frozen.
There are two sides to the immigration thing.
Yeah.
And not everyone's going to agree on it. So
No. I mean, if you want to come here, that's fine. There are legal ways to do it. Please follow those.
Yep.
If you are here illegally and have been, there are certain steps you can take to change your status.
Oh,
Quit breaking your hooks, Susan. I don't have any.
I just use metal hooks.
She loom knits hats.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine's metal. It's like a little metal hook.
Yeah, but it's very breakable.
Oh, I've never broken my knee.
They're thin. It's thin metal.
Yeah, I've never broken any.
Yeah, neither have I. But yeah, you can get here illegally. You can get here legally. If you are here illegally, checking how to change your
Leave so you can come back legally.
Yeah, there are ways to change your status. Check into that.
Yeah, they have to leave and then file to come back.
Well, it depends. If they came here,
They even said it.
oh, they did. They changed it.
Yeah, Christy Nome is telling them they have to leave, file the right paperwork, and come back the legal way.
Yeah, it used to be if they were here illegally, but they married a born U.S. citizen, then they could file for green card.
They have different ones that they can allow,
Yeah,
but the ones that came here across the border with they committed a crime, so they can't
yeah.
stay here. But if they came over here, extended their visa or something, it's totally different.
Oh, yeah. And there are some that come here, they were born here, or they came here under 10 years of age and are not legal citizens. Now, they didn't have a choice about that because they were children.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
If they were children, they can join the military, and after serving 4 full years, they're guaranteed citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to go in, do basic, and then finish out that year, and then 3 more. but if they are released, like if they went over to serve in one of our military installations overseas and they were wounded, that there would be extenuating circumstances on their citizenship, and that would be resolved through the military. But I don't know 100% on how that works because I'm not military, never had to deal with it.
I was military.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but you were military dependent. You were not serving in the military, and even if you were, you would have had to have been part of the recruiting offices and stuff like that. I do know that they are starting with the birthright citizenship.
Oh, that's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because if you're an illegal and you get born here, doesn't it gives you dual citizenship, but does not give you citizenship.
Well, your
Because
child.
your parents are illegal. No,
Yeah.
because your parents are illegal. Now, like the president and all that, his wife,
She came here
two
legally.
wives, his two wives came over, had their kids before they became citizens, but they had an American parent, so they are not subject to that.
Melania came over for her job,
Yeah.
and she was going back and forth to her. I don't remember where her.
I don't know. She speaks 5 languages. She's
Yeah,
smart.
I don't know which one where her mother country is.
but
she,
I laugh at those things that people say.
yeah,
They're like,
she,
oh, those kids aren't legal. I'm like, their dad was American, so they're legal.
yes, and she would go. When her. All right, night, Randy.
Night,
When
Randy.
Hi, Randy.
her was expiring, she would go back home, spend however long over there she needed to reapply, get it extended, yada yada yada.
Yep.
She still had passport, travel visas for work.
Yep.
But she had to go back home and get everything redone.
Yeah.
But
And
she was doing everything the legal way
Yeah.
and
And
everything, which is fine.
that's what she said. Do
Right.
it legally. We've got it set up. Every country has a way for people to immigrate to that country. Every country has a legal way.
And every other country, not including the United States, every other country, you can't just cross the border like for the
Nope.
last 4 years.
There are places from the U.S. to Canada that I can just cross over, but if I get caught in Canada without having my passport stamped, hello, jail.
Yep.
And I get prosecuted in Canada,
And sent back.
deported, and I get blocked. I get told I can't come back.
Yep.
It's just like I know a place that I can actually, if I wanted to, I can cross into Mexico with no problem. The bad part is it's out in the middle of BFE.
My
I can cross the border right there. Nope, there's no guards or anything. No, checkpoint or anything like that.
There's people that live on the border and have land in U.S. and land in Mexico, and people have been going through, crossing.
yeah,
over
but
the
they have
Ooh.
everything documented that they own X amount of land.
No, illegals are going through their property.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's because nobody's done anything to stop it from happening so far.
Well, now they have.
Yeah, now.
They had it in 2016 too, but they got taken away, and now it's back up.
Yeah.
My neighbor, she got in trouble for having her dog do business on the patio. The
The one
next
up-
morning, after she got in trouble, her dog, taking it outside, peed on the patio or on the walk area and pooped along the way and didn't clean it up. I hope she gets kicked out for not taking care of her dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not right.
Well, I had to make another complaint. I made one complaint about it before, and then it wasn't raining. Everything really wasn't wet, but I still had water in my tabletop. It has a rim on it.
Yeah.
Things were dripping down into it. And
Yeah.
then it was dry, and I looked out, it was dry. And then I looked out again, and it was wet. And we didn't have any rain.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
a little sick.
That's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
I know.
I can hear it. It's running back and forth up there. I
Mhm.
never complained about it running around.
No. And that's normal because that's normal dog energy.
If someone has kids, they're gonna run around too. It's an apartment. I only complain when I realize that the dog is doing business out on the deck.
Yeah, that's, if you're going to have it go outside and you're in an upper apartment, that's what the puppy pads are for.
Well, I knew it may have not been changing it or something, but you would hear the door open, hear the dog go out, hear the door
Yeah.
shut. Then you hear the door open and the dog run in.
So like your neighbor needs a sandbox for the dog.
I had no idea. They live on the third floor, and they don't really recommend having animals on the third floor unless they're indoor, like cats.
Yeah. Or you have a house
Because
trained
they have 16 steps to get to my floor, and then they have another 8 steps to get out of here.
And you're on what, second floor?
I'm on the second floor.
Yeah, so it would be, for me, with Scout, I would have puppy pads right outside the front door if I was on your level or on.
Well, you can't have them out there.
I would put it down and then let her out, and then immediately.
Got to
pick
have
it
a
up.
leash.
Well, yeah, I mean, obvious.
They're really strict about it, and And one lady had her dog poop right outside, and I was looking out the window at the same time. Oh, I had my window open. I'm like, you better clean it up. You've been spotted.
Yeah, see, she would have been trained differently because I've
She
only.
didn't leave. She goes, oh, and I'm like, I just saw you. I took your photo.
No, I'm saying I would have trained Scout differently because I've only ever lived in houses with her.
Yeah.
So, if I had lived in an upper apartment,
Which is
she
bad
would've-
when you have a dog, especially a puppy.
well, we didn't get her till she was older, so I'm not going to let her grow.
Well, I'm just saying upstairs is a puppy.
Yeah.
It's a big dog too, because it took it was big.
But that would be, I step out. I have her trained where she doesn't go out the door until I clip a leash on her. I step out, lay the pad on, open the door, clip the leash on, let her out on the pad.
Yeah.
And then, she's done. I put it in a plastic bag,
Yeah,
hang
that's what you're supposed to do here.
hang it on the door handle, and then, bring her down, let her run around. And if she goes again down, if she poops while she's out running around, I'll have another bag with me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we did.
because we've only ever lived in houses, it's open the front door or open, in this case, back door and go. And she just, unless it's raining like it was earlier, she just get off the back porch and go, there goes all my liquid. Go around the corner and, oh, yep, there's all my solids.
Yeah, that's why I hate it. I mean, I've seen where people had puppies and they were. I live where the grassy area is. I don't live where the car side is. I see the pool.
Yeah.
I've seen where they've had their puppies running out there. I don't complain because
Yeah, and I mean,
Puppies actually need the energy, but
you take
people
them out there.
purposely let big dogs and then they growl at you and no lead. It's scary.
Yeah, you take them out there. You let them run, let them do their business, and then
Get
you
their energy out.
yeah, and you let them run. Good, Susan. Good, and you let them run. Not a problem. But if somebody else comes out with a animal, you put them on. You clip
Good
the lead
bite.
on them, and you train your animal to stay by you.
It doesn't matter. You can't have them just stay by you. And they've had it where people complained and then
I know you train your animal that they stay with you, lead or no lead. But if a second animal comes out, you clip the lead on them. You make sure they're snugged up beside you, and you run with the animal. You get your steps in.
Yeah, they let but I haven't seen the person with the puppy. I haven't seen them out.
Well, I mean, there's
Time. I don't know if they got kicked out because there's people that actually complain a lot. Like my neighbor across the hall, she complains if there's weed smell, if there's like loud, and she complained when my sister called the police on me for a wellness check. She complained on that. And
you complained because you had a wellness check.
Yeah, because I was slamming the door and I told them to get lost.
Okay.
She complains on everything. She's a smoker and she complains about weed. I'm like, oh, whatever.
You're complaining about weed smell when you smell like a cigarette factory.
So just being a typical Karen.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it until when I called on something, when I called about the wellness check that I didn't appreciate when they realized I was fine and I slammed the door shut.
Yeah.
That they continued to try to open the door.
Okay, so you shut the door on the cops and then the cops continued.
No. On the maintenance. The cops were there, but they weren't there, and then I was on 911 too. And I told them to tell them to leave. And she goes, well, the cops are at the door, so just tell them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I told them. I go, my sister and her political beliefs was told to apologize, and she would not apologize, so I didn't go to her house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I told them, they asked me if I had food, and I go, yeah, I made a ham and all kinds of stuff for myself.
Yeah, see,
and my neighbor took the food to her. She took my sister's food that my sister brought over. I found that out from my neighbor.
Did you give her permission to take the food?
No, I didn't care. I didn't want it.
Okay. Yeah, but that's I know in Oklahoma.
Now they ignore me. They don't call me. They don't, except one of them, the one in Arizona. Every once in a while, so weird. She thinks she has to text me, and I don't answer texts. I don't answer phone calls. I don't answer nothing from them, either one of them. And I always have to remind my dad that. So I don't tell my dad anything anymore.
No, well, yeah, because he's in contact with them.
Because he'd tell them. And like I went to his house to finally brought his Father's Day gift. They have it's like a T shape, but you can take the ends off, and it's
yeah,
little ends on it. It's a screwdriver, and it has 24 bits. Like you could do the everything, all the
I know what you're talking
wrenches and all that kind of stuff. You can do it on it, but it's made to where you can change it any configuration to ratchet things shut and put together.
Yeah,
and my dad liked it.
A Letterman tool. No,
it's not a Leatherman tool.
They made a different one.
It's a ratchet. It's a ratchet that's a T shape, and it's got lengthening bars on all three sides that you could take off and whatnot, and use the end and make it so it's like that. You can make something with that small of a clearance.
Yeah.
Ratchet.
Yeah.
When I saw it on TikTok, I thought that was perfect. I don't think my dad has that, and he didn't.
Yep. Yeah. I know in Oklahoma, if they do a wellness check on someone, no matter the age or mental capacity, because I know people that are of diminished capacity, they were born that way, that they've done wellness checks on, and I know seniors that they've done wellness checks on. They need to see and talk to you, make sure you're coherent and you're in your right mind. And they also ask to come in and check your cupboards to make sure you have food for at least a week.
They didn't have to. The cops just when the cops realized what it was, they understood.
Yeah, I mean, but if somebody was like a neighbor you get along with, hey, she hasn't come out of her house in 2 months. Can y'all guys do a wellness check?
My neighbor across the hall, when her daughters don't talk to her, she's bipolar too. The one next to the Karen. Sometimes at 11 o'clock at night, the cops are pounding on her door. Sometimes they've taken her away and put her in jail. She was in jail for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
And all that kind of stuff. And they do what her daughters will do wellness check on her, but I don't know her last name, so I can't look her up to see what kind of things she's been arrested for.
Probably got into it with the cops when they showed up for a wellness check.
Because one time at 11 o'clock at night, the cops, she goes, "Please, man, don't take me."
Well, if she's having an episode, and
no, when she was gone for she was arrested. They put her in handcuffs.
I know, but when they came in, if she was having an episode and they came in to do a wellness check, she could have been combative, and then immediately switched. It just depends on what's going on, what her background is, and
no, they come and knocked on her door, and they said and one time it was just they put her in handcuffs and took her away.
Yeah, it's that there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into it.
And she said 2 times that she was gone when Brent was due, and she's got notices on the door.
Yeah, see,
now they are real quick. If you don't pay your stuff by the 5th, by the 6th, they've already got them ready to take you to court.
Yep. See, that's where you put. I would put a note up. Went to jail on this date. Please await return or arraignment. I would have put
have on her door. She'll have on her door, and I'll read them. There'll be notes like, "Leave me alone. Don't knock on my door. Don't bother me." Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, and that comes with the diagnosis.
And she works as a cook at the jail. Well, that's where she used to work. I don't know if she still does. When she first moved in, that's what she did.
Last you knew, that's where she was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have boxes in my back seat right now from my dad's house because he was having me break down boxes. I'm like, oh, I can use these to move with. So I took like 4 of them.
Yeah. Just if you
I broke the other ones and put them in the trunk of his car because he gets rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my plans are going to, because we got 10 minutes left, so plans for the 4th. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know Brandon's going to sit there and knit her night away.
No, I haven't decided if I'm going to do another chapter. I have 13 stuff to do by Sunday night.
Can you have it read it aloud?
Yeah. But I usually read it because I read it quicker than the reading aloud.
Oh,
It's real quick, and I have 3 chapters left in one class. It has 2 things, and then I have 3 chapters in the other class with 2 things in each chapter, and then a mock test to do. That I've had a lot of them over certain areas.
I'd get it over and done with, but
Layla?
And then I start my schooling where I'm gone 8 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday.
yeah,
Well,
Callie's
doing
not
a lot
going to
of
be too
schoolwork
happy.
during the day, and
Callie's not going to be too happy about that.
then do schoolwork at night when I get home.
Yep.
And I gotta write a paper to do by next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday I have a short paper I have to write about my subject that I have to write a paper by the 30th or whatever, or something like.
Mm.
I can't remember
Yeah.
what to do. Which is a 4-page letter or 4-page paper to write. Mine's over osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis.
Well,
Something I know about.
Yeah.
You got experience from it.
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah.
Your kingdom come, your will be done,
Oh.
on earth as it is in heaven.
What?
Daily bread. And forgiveness.
Are you getting ready to eat?
The Bible started playing on my phone.
Hey, why not? That I can deal with.
There's many times that's happened. Like when I was at a funeral one time, my phone had dialed Brendan at.
Yeah, my phone is over here. Mater called me earlier, and I'm like, what the? I'm sitting like this, so all of a sudden my arm is vibrating. I'm like, what? I pick my phone up. Oh, answer. What? And it was him. That thing. Okay.
I had a question for you.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want, Layla? Okay, look out.
For some reason, that just seemed off when I did that switch. So.
And no one's talking at all. I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
over
76 in my apartment
Oh, I
by the
didn't.
window. 76 by the window. But 72 where the air conditioner is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it warms up quick in here when they turn
Because
the.
the window doesn't, yeah. Because the window has a leak in it.
Well, I know I'm over halfway
It's
done
90.
with this skein of yarn, and it is 218 yards. So I've got over 500 yards in this blanket already. So total will be almost 660 because I'm using every bit of it that I can.
I'm just making a dishcloth.
Oh yeah,
And I have a fingerless gloves I'm working on, and that's so cozy.
I've got me or Bren.
Oh, you. Mine's cream. Mine's no color.
It's the Serenity Chunky Bloom, and this does not show you what it looks like. The color is Bluebell, so it's blue, white, and gray. And this is one of two I'm going to make out of the same yarn because it is for twin boys that were born at the end of May.
It's
Yeah.
July.
I know. Luckily, Grandma doesn't. I talked to, yes, just bigger and it's fat yarn. Sorry, didn't mean
My
to.
grandson is 7 months today.
Oh, Grandma, I talked to Grandma about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that would be great because great grandma has a blanket that I made a few years ago out of the exact same thing. I donated it to the women's group because we do a mother-daughter day dinner, lunch, brunch, and I donated it to that. And it was given either as a door prize or something like that. Hi, Angela.
Angela.
So,
It was either a door prize or a anyway, drawing or something. And she won it and gave it to her mother. So the boys will have blankets to go with great grandma.
I got what do you call it? Barefoot shoes they're made to be where you walk in. It feels like you're walking barefoot.
Ooh,
They recommend it for us with plantar fasciitis.
mm. Well, luckily I don't have that. So okay. But I know Mater gets to clean up after dinner tonight.
there ain't that much to clean up.
3 bowls,
Yeah.
the pan that it was cooked in, and that's it.
Yep, I know.
Considering I had to clean up 2 skillets.
Well, you emptied them.
Yeah, I emptied them into the trash because literally you left enough food for Scout. That was it.
There was enough of a snack there for you.
No. But anyway, yeah. I have Icelandic. I just have to go out to the other room to look at it, and I don't want to. But I've been working on hats. I've been working on this blanket. I've been working on washcloth for Ice Spider. And he's supposed to be hunting for the Coca-Cola bottles with Bryce's name on it.
Like I said, I've been looking. I ain't been able to find one.
How have you been looking? You ain't left the house.
Whenever I've gone out to go get something,
Speaking of, did you
I've
get
looked.
mail?
I've looked over at Murphy again, which is where I found that first one.
Did you get mail today?
Really?
I don't know if you've gone out front or not.
When is today?
Today is 4th of July
That's-
mail.
That's what I go. Really?
At least I realized not to ask you if you put the trash out. Though
Well,
when I pulled,
Yeah, we already knew that wasn't going to happen today.
yeah, well, I mean, you didn't even take the trash out last night, so
Yeah, well, there was no use really taking it down. I mean, I could have, but wouldn't have been any good taking it down to the curb.
no, I mean, you didn't even take it out of the house.
No.
Which right now, all that's out there is basically 2 Walmart bags worth of trash. So
But yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, there's no banking, no mail, no city or federal or state government offices open.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 minute. Everybody say bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, Arnie, are you going live on Sunday?
Saturday, playing bingo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Saturday night bingo and maybe go live Sunday if I'm not
Okay.
too tired from church because we're having like 2 separate services this coming Sunday.
Yeah. I know that one's going live on Monday.
Yeah.
And Miss Bryn is going to be having a busy, hectic week. So hopefully all goes well with her. Y'all guys wish